polls are closed on this Super Tuesday, and vote totals are coming in.
And while the winners of the primary contest may not be a surprise here, there is a big story, and it's actually the number of people who picked uncommitted in this. So let's go to the maps and take a quick look here. Voters across 15 states picked their preferred presidential nominees, and that included right here in Minnesota. We can tell you Donald Trump has swept nearly every Republican contest so far, but Nikki Haley has managed to take the Vermont primaries. We found this out just within the last 30 minutes. President Joe Biden has taken every Democratic challenge. In the polls, well, they just closed in California, and they're going to remain open in Alaska for another hour.
All right, let's zoom in to what's going on here in Minnesota. Trump again won. As results keep coming in, he has 67% of the vote with around 64% of precincts reporting. Nikki Haley came in second, 31%. And at this point, if the trend continues for Minnesota, it appears she's outperforming her polling going into the primary. Tom will have more on that. Now on the Democratic side, Biden has nearly 70% support. Uncommitted is in second, and Representative Dean Phillips at a distant third in his home state.
So you see that 20% that right there. That's the Democrats as they went to the polls using that uncommitted vote in hopes of sending a message to President Biden.
Chief political reporter Tom Hauser will have analysis of why voters were making that decision. But first, Ben Henry is live in Minneapolis with that message and what else Minnesotans at the polls had to share with him. Hey, Ben.
Hey, Lindsay and Paul, the last voter here cast about minutes until the poll closed at 8 tonight here at Pearl Park Recreation Center in Minneapolis, where it was a steady day with some voters coming in to make a point rather than show support. Some bright and early, heading to the polls on a big day for Minnesota voters.
It is Super Tuesday. All of our polls opened on time this morning.
Minnesota, alongside 14 other states, taking part in Super Tuesday. Poll workers here in Minneapolis say it was a steady day.
It's going to be another interesting year.
Kelly Hammer made it just before the after-work rush.
You can be involved at different levels, and I'm not involved at a higher level in politics, so this is one way that I can contribute.
And the Peñas struggling to make a choice.
I was kind of hesitant to come, thinking that my vote didn't really matter in this, but here I am, and it was kind of tough to know what to do.
Others are here to make a point.
Voters aren't happy with his actions, and even though I supported him in 2020, I won't be doing so any further.
Jordan Robarge is talking about President Joe Biden. She joined a grassroots DFL push to vote uncommitted, with the goal of sending a message to the president to call for a permanent ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war. A party Tuesday night in support of the uncommitted vote, watching with results trickling in.
He has time to change course. He does not have to go into November this way, and we are letting him know, as lifelong Democrats, that he has time.
As mentioned at the beginning of the show, at last check, that uncommitted option had the second most votes in Minnesota, only behind President Joe Biden. Something we'll, of course, continue to follow throughout the night. Live in Minneapolis, Ben Henry, 5 Eyewitness News.
Ben, thank you so much. Now, Minnesota's results are trending toward what was expected across the country, with Trump and Biden winning their respective primaries. Vermont, still in question.
Yeah, it is. And Chief Political Reporter Tom Hauser's here with a breakdown of really the Minnesota numbers and some analysis of all this, Tom.
Yeah, Paul, our KSTP Survey USA polling pre-primary showed both President Biden and former President Donald Trump with commanding leads in the Republican and Democratic primaries going into Super Tuesday. And it turns out on Super Tuesday, that is exactly what is happening. Let's take a look at the numbers. Let's begin with the Republican primary. You can see with 65% of precincts reporting statewide, Donald Trump at 66% and Nikki Haley at 31%. Our polling had Nikki Haley at about 15%. What we're seeing here is almost all of the undecideds on the Republican side are going for Nikki Haley, but still Donald Trump with a commanding lead. And you can see we'll pick a couple of counties statewide to take a look at. St. Louis County up in the Duluth area, Donald Trump 69% to 29%. You come down into the metro area, Anoka County, often a swing district, Donald Trump 64 to 34%. So again, the statewide totals for Donald Trump very encouraging for him. And our political expert, Stephen Scher of Carleton College, says Trump seems to be dominating every sector of the Republican vote.
Nikki Haley only has small pockets of support. She does a little better amongst those who are college educated, those who are politically independent. But even with those groups, she's well behind former President Trump. And Trump otherwise dominates the field demographically. Just about every group you can identify who's involved in this primary is voting for Trump.
And you can say pretty much the same on the Democratic side in favor of Joe Biden, a commanding lead over Minnesota Congressman Dean Phillips. But in between Biden and Dean Phillips is uncommitted that has more than twice as many votes as Dean Phillips. Many of those uncommitted voters likely would have been Joe Biden voters, except they are protesting his handling of the Gaza issue. And so it's 69 for Biden, 20% for uncommitted, Dean Phillips at 8%. And if we zoom down into the metro area and take a look at Hennepin County, a big block of Congressman Phillips' district is in Hennepin County. Only 9% in Hennepin County. Down in Carver County, where he also used to represent a portion of that county, he is at 15%, a little bit better. But again, the big story on the Democratic side is the uncommitted vote. And Stephen Scheer says pre-primary polling did show Phillips in some trouble with only single-digit support in his home state.
Dean Phillips in this survey does crack double digits with college grads, but overall he's only coming in at around 7%. A single-digit finish in your home state really is extremely bad news for the Phillips campaign.
Now, one final thing to point out to you, if you look at the bottom of your screen, you will see there has been a total so far with 65% reporting, 195,000 voters in the Democratic primary. You switch over to the Republican primary, much bigger turnout, 248,000. Our pre-primary polling did show there was a little more enthusiasm among Republicans than Democrats, and that is being borne out in these numbers that we're seeing, actual numbers from tonight, again, with 65% reporting. And of course, we'll be tracking these throughout the night and have all the updates coming up tomorrow morning on 5 Eyewitness News. Paul?
Okay, yeah, it's so interesting to watch. And, you know, there's always this question after this comes along and we get these numbers in, is how long is Haley and Phillips, will they stay in this race? Well, we're going to track that for you. You can find the updates and more election results right here on the air and with our free KSTP mobile app.